bottom of this.
Right, let's have a look. A voucher. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 9, soup A, seafood dish F, 910 AF. Those 9 plates are pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Okay, well excuse me, princess. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3, there's 10 of them. You flip these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. They're soup plates. They're made that way so that soup doesn't spill. If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. What makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that? Petition. There's nothing special about it. I think there are 15 of these plates. I'm assuming they're for seafood. How the hell can you tell that? They look just like any other plate from the 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for you, June. What do you mean? Why the hell are you bringing up June? The lady does protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. Ah! God damn, Lotus. Get out of here, man. Love it. There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on the plate. Those plates are for serving meat. Ugh, you really are ignorant, aren't you? Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Wow. This pot looks like it's made out of silver. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June drinking tea? Such a day ever happen for me? Not if you keep acting like such a fucking turd, Junpei. Junpei? No, nothing. Don't worry about it. Fine, just leave me alone! We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. Maybe this table is for preparing food. There are plates everywhere. A sink? It's still got water in it. There are a couple of plates in there, but I don't think they're gonna help us much. I got a whetstone! The only time I ever associate with any of these is when I'm sharpening blades in games. It's quite weird to actually have one of these in a game like this. And looking like this too! Your sharpness has decreased. Alright. Trash can. There's nothing inside of it. Well, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. Damn it, there's nothing in here. Santa, digging for the trash really suits you. The hell did you just say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I knew you'd just piss and moan, so I did it for you. Oh my. I don't recall asking you to do anything. Love and faith and hope! I ought to throttle you. Excuse me. What the fuck? Does it feel colder in here? Oh, that was brilliant. Ah, countertop. There's a rolling pin and colander here. Nothing useful. Ah, that was funny. Alright, it's going... Do you think this was all part of Zero's plan? Probably. I mean, it's kind of hard to believe there's a chef on board somewhere. I wonder what this draw's for. You see the metal grate on top of the grill? They make it like that so that the fat and juices can drip off the meat while it cooks. I see. It looks like the area under the plate opens up. No, you can't. I already checked. It's sealed shut. I think that's where the coal goes.
Squeeze me, princess.
The lights, buddy. No, I'm worried about that. Shut up, Santa! Just shut up! Countertop. We've got a rolling pin and a collar, nothing useful otherwise. Yeah, that's the exit. It's a big old iron plate over the door. I don't think we can open it. Hey, Santa. Could you open that door, please? What the hell? There's no way I could open that thing. Guess you get to that age where your eyes start to go, huh? You better watch your mouth, boy, or someone won't live long enough to see that door open. This has got the two of them on edge. We gotta get out of here and fast. There's a tank with a pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. Okay, so I've got a whetstone. Now, whetstones are used to sharpen things. From my experience, anyway. And I should know, I'm an expert at sharpening things. Where? Oh! There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. This is probably a pantry. Oh, dude! A rusty knife. I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this. The knife seemed important, Junpei thought. But it wasn't going to be much use the way it was. It's futile. Futile? You know, a waste, useless, pointless. Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up? Oh, no reason, really. I was just thinking about futility. She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing his question. Why were you thinking about futility? At last she answered. Well, it has something to do with the Titanic. The Titanic? Yeah. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted? I kinda have, but I don't know much about it, so I'll say no. No, I haven't. What is it? In 1892, 14 years before the Titanic sank, a novel was published. It was called Futility. It was written by an American novelist named Morgan Robertson. The story was about a big cruise ship colliding with an iceberg and sinking. Of course, if that was the only similarity, there wouldn't be any reason to mention it. It wasn't, though. The name of the ship, its nationality, course, departure time, size, displacement, maximum speed, number of passengers and crew, the number of lifeboats, even the location of the accident itself and the cause, and the location of the damage, everything matched the Titanic almost exactly. It was almost as if he'd seen the whole thing happen. This book was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. That's not all. It wasn't just futility that predicted the sinking of the Titanic. There were two other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided, and many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank. Oh no, I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships. Right. I knew you'd say that. But what if Stead had some sort of special power? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing? What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about that thing where someone says they're possessed by a spirit? And then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing? Yes. What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull. But Junpei, you said you believe in curses. Oh, come on, that's totally different. Okay, so yes, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote this thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by spirits of dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff? Ooh. Oh, that's actually pretty... Yeah, okay, but I don't think spooky woogies and bloogie bloogies and, you know, woo, I don't think that is the thing that's going on here. But yeah, that's actually... That is true. That's not it. What's not it? Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing. Whoa, hold up, girl. What are you smoking? What are you blazing? What you been blazing, eh? I bet she drank that funky water in that fucking bedroom, man. William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic. Oh, but hold up. He just wrote that down. He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes. 20 years before it happened. He decided it was probably best to say nothing. No, Junpei, no! No! We're onto something here! Junpei! Don't! You always do this. You did this last time, and what happened? An axe went in your fucking face. Right? Don't drop shit, Junpei. It's dumb. What June was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If he tried to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad. Damn it! Junpei smiled uncomfortably. Well, I guess we better look for a way out. Why don't we talk about this some other time, okay? Oh god, Junpei. Her voice trailed off and she glanced at the floor, troubled. Tippy-tap. Junpei tapped June gently on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. It's time, June. It's time. Alright. Maybe I'll use the whetstone to sharpen the knife. The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. Could be able to cut something pretty good with this.
Yeah, boy. Like June's clothes.
Alright.
Maybe I cut the cheese. Oh, lordy.
Right. There are a number of cheeses lined up on the shelf. They actually look pretty tasty. This is Gouda cheese, the most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad. So you can store it at room temperature for quite a while. So we can eat this? Most likely. I'm not hungry at all. I guess it's hard to get hungry in a situation like this, you know, with a bomb in your stomach.
I guess I'm pretty full already.
There's cheese on the shelf. Sweet. There's cheese on the... Oh, man. Okay, let's just for the sake of doing it, do it. Hey, there's something behind the cheese. You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese? Alright, guys, time to move it. June and I need to look behind you. Oh.
There's a little green bottle back here. Hey, Joe. What up?
Oh, it's oil. Oh, right. Oh, look. Cooking oil. You could probably use this to make something slippery.
Oh, well.
I can't. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's just get out of this fucking room before we lose it. Right. What would I want to make slippery? What's all this about? An iron oven. It's pretty heavy duty. It's probably industrial quality. I bet you could cook anything with this. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Damn, I knew it. It's locked. What we got here is the pot and the frying pan, and the pressure cooker. But I guess we could use some of those as weapons. What kind of an idiot are you? You're gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking for the dead? Hey man, it's just a joke. Why are you so serious? Why so serious? Oh
God, stop it, game. Stop it.
Okay,
Now what do I want to make? Slippery. Well. Maybe I can move up this here rolling pin.
Did it say I could move this? The drawer seems to be stuck. It won't open. Okay. Maybe we could pry it. Shit. Okay, never mind. There's some bottles of seasoning in here. This is the door we came in through. It's not locked, so we could go back out, but what's the point, right? All that's out there is an iron gate and a dead-end hallway. Yep. Might as well be locked if all the goods going back there will do. Alright, so let's take another look at... shit, I can't fucking see. There's a voucher at the end of the counter. The voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish D on the voucher. Oh, right, okay, so... soup. Okay. Hold up. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizers, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 food. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here. Oh, don't give me that. The hexadecimal is? It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C. You're familiar with base 10, right? That's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalents to hexadecimal points numbers would be like this. A equals 10, B 11, C 12, D, E, F, that kind of thing. And 10 equals 16. What? 10 equals 16? Hold on, what? The 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I have totally just lost what she was saying. Shit! 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added onto the normal number system after 9. A equals 10, B equals 11, C 11, D. What? A equals 10, 10 equals 16. I think I missed out a part of her explanation that kind of gave me that 10 equals 16 thing, where she said just add 10, just add 6 letters onto 10. So on. I think I get it. No, I don't, because I kind of ballsed it. Okay, shit. Let me. Can you explain this again? Lotus. Rests of enlightenment. I need knowledge. Hexadecimal. I wonder if it's some kind of hint. Yeah, maybe. Jumpy, do you remember what I told you about hexadecimal code earlier? No. No, I don't. All right then. Here's a little quiz for you. What would 9 in F be in base 10? Ooh, F equals 15. Wait. Yeah. So it'd be 9 plus 15, which would be 24, right? That's right. Good job. You're a fast learner. Okay, so... Right. There are 9 plates of appetizers. 9 is 9, even in hexadecimal. There are 10 soup plates. 10 is A in hexadecimal. there are 15 of these seafood, the little less seafood plates. It says F on the voucher. There are 16 meat plates. 16 is written as 10 in hexadecimal. That is nuts. I don't get that. Oh no! I don't. Ow! Ow! Why is 16 written as 10 in hexadecimal? I don't. Well, why isn't 16 just G? If 15 is F, why isn't 16 G? Why is 16 10? I totally like skipped out on one of these explanations by accident. I zoned out. So 9, 10, 15, 16. That's probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open up. Hey Jumpy, why don't you try entering the numbers we found on the voucher earlier? The one that said appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F. I'm so confused. Okay, so it'd be 9, 10, soup A, which is also 10, and seafood dish F. So 9, 10, 10, 15. Sure. Damn, okay. What the hell? I don't get that. Something is amiss here. In my brain. Alright. There are 9 plates of appetizers, 9 is 9 even hexadecimal. There are 10 soup dishes. 10 is A in hexadecimal. What? Alright, so whatever's cracking here, it won't even let us punch in numbers. So I can't even like kind of mess around with little, you know, how my brain just goes silly. Looks like the number of the voucher isn't the actual passcode. Right, well, maybe I should just throw oil on it then. Damn! Damn it, didn't work. Doesn't matter how many times you try it, this door isn't going to open until we've solved all the puzzles in the room. I'm sure this is all just part of Zero's plan. I just can't imagine what his motives could be. But there are cans lining every shelf in here. Wooden box on the second row, though. There's nothing inside. There's milk in here. Milk in an iron barrel? Judging by the rust, it's probably really old. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. No, I don't think it'd be a pretty sight. Open it up! There's a big barrel of milk behind the cloth. Oh, there's sweet cheese. Damn! Alright. It's a note. It's got a bunch of stuff written on it, but it doesn't look like a code or anything like that. Just had to talk for a sec. Get me home alone. Looks like a bunch of instructions for using the cooking utensils. Nothing really suspicious about that.
Yeah, when I need something suspicious, because I don't have anything to go on.
It's a bowl. And it's really rusty. Ah. Will this even open? We won't know till we try. Let's give it a shot. Damn. No dice. This boulder's rusted in place. It won't budge. Of course. Maybe if I put some oil on it. Hey. Just a little bit of oil then. Come on. Come on, you little son of a bitch. Whoa. Ah, yes. Got you, you little bastard. You did it, Jumpy. You're so smart.
Get off.
As Junpei walked into a room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat. You blind? It's a freezer. Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Lotus, however, was in an even worse situation. Oh, no way! That's way too cold for me.
I'll freeze solid in seconds.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm gonna leave the rest to you. With that, she ran out the room. As Lotus left, June came in. Whoa, it's really cold in here. White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver. Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this. No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now. But Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth when the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find that the door they had only recently come through was closed. What? Junpei rushed to the door. Are you kidding me? Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob. Ah! It was cold, beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful. The doorknob has been frozen solid. They quickly deduced that the pipe next to the door had been ruptured. Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door. Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door. She wasted no time in responding. What do you want? What's going on? The door won't open. Try opening it from that side. Please. Ugh, fine. If you say so. Hold on. Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. Then the grunting ceased, and they could hear light panting, as if from exertion. It's no use. It won't budge. They've got more people. You've got more people in there. You figure it out. It's that bullshit. God damn it. Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. June was hugging herself and was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took, they could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies. Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents. Oh god. 2 heads are better than 9. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a good look around this room, okay? Right. They pushed in close to one another and began to search. Well. Dry ice.
Oh, shit.
Dry ice? Can't you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that's airtight? Shit, I didn't know.
Where'd you learn that?
Explode? Yeah, didn't you do that in school? You should never underestimate the power of expanding gas. Alright, something airtight in it kind of pops. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeves as to avoid burning himself. Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right? Yeah, it is. I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again. Hell if I know. How's that gonna help us anyway? Oh, I figure we might be able to use it to get out of here. They were about to move out when June spoke up. Carbon dioxide's sublimation point is minus 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it will turn to gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid. Junpei looked at her dumbfounded. How do you know that?
Tee-hee, motherfucker. Tee-hee.
Despite my looks, I'm the queen. Bleh. The queen of random knowledge. Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb? Yuff. That's white. You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you? June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least she was still feeling good enough to joke around, Junpei told himself. Come on guys, don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a solid first. Liquids first, sorry. Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei, however, was not in a mood to discuss science. I guess it strikes me as kind of odd. It did seem rather odd to Junpei, and he couldn't help but think about it. June answered. But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere normal air pressure, it won't turn into a liquid, right? That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating. The change immediately from solid state to a gaseous one. See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that case for carbon dioxide? June replied with an answer that stunned both of them. It's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into the liquid when it goes above 32 degrees. I heard about it. Here we go. This motherfucking ice again that we get in the opening. And ice with the mummy that didn't melt in the desert. This fucking ice mentioned in a book. And here we are again. This special ice. Its melting point is 96 degrees. Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees? You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees? Yeah. Well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees. Water that freezes at 96 degrees. Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees. Junpei was cold as hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet, and then put the question to June. So what's with this ice melting at a point of 96 degrees called? I heard it's called Ice 9. Ice 9? 9? Honorary. Ice 9. Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists. Wait. Hold up. So, is this thing called Ice 9? Or is it water? Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be solid. If it's under that, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Yeah, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different. So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that? Yep. She wasn't finished. Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it, and did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin that was en route to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Naturally, scientists worldwide wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and began asking for samples of the seed. A seed is, of course, a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be a simple matter. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, nearby samples did as well. It didn't end there. After that day, all glycerin in the world began to crystallize naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like, how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Now, this, in a sense, works parallel in the same kind of theory that Lotus mentioned earlier with the dog picture. Now, with the theory that people weren't recognizing this thing being a dog, as soon as the information was given